go to spec and then I'll start the map review real quick.
Oh, hey, you can do free camp, sweet.
Do I have to?
I would prefer it.
Makes it so much easier.
Yeah, it does. Okay, anyway, I will start with defense and start with first point. Basically, the goal of defense on first point is to stall as long as possible. The sentry obviously is usually going to be in this area right here, right at the bottom of the hill. Generally, the sniper will be up on the little balcony thing. You guys kind of get that, or working around here, maybe on top of the hill, just kind of how you feel. Although, if he's going to be on top of the balcony, it's important for your teammates to keep an eye on him so he doesn't get killed. A great spot for the heavy on this map actually is right here, because he can watch the hill right here and keep the flank from getting on their sniper if he's up on balcony. He can kind of move around to like this spot, you know, kind of move around like that and keep a lot of good, you know, just constant damage everywhere. And he can back up down to the medic or dispenser really quick if he needs to get the health or ammo. The medic, our medic likes to stand right here, but personally, our team doesn't like that. Initially for bombs, if their team is suiciding, it's fine. The medic can stay here. But after that, it's really important for him to be out here so he can heal the demo man. Most of the time on this map, the demo man's going to be here to be spamming the cart in the hill to prevent the enemy team from pushing forward and gaining ground. The most important part for defense on this map is, on this point I mean, is basically preventing them from getting the ground they need to be able to successfully, you know, wrap around and push and start killing things. Because once they push the cart past this area and start taking over the hill, it's free range for them to shoot the sentry, get their sniper up in a spot, spam, start working the flank around and everything like that. So your team basically is just trying to stall as long as possible. Soldier and scout will generally work on this left side together to keep the flank, like the soldier and other things, from coming around. A thing to keep in mind for the scout is past this point right here is basically a death zone. On defense, your team needs to focus on staying alive rather than getting kills, because the longer you're alive, the longer you're there to prevent the other team from trying to come across. So you should, the scout and soldier definitely should just try to be passive and preventing people from moving past this point, you know, kind of helping out the heavy and sniper if they're here, and just working on that, and preventing the spy from coming around, of course. And then the pyro can just stay by the sentry and medic on the defense and keep them alive. It's more important to watch for the spy than it is to watch for projectiles, I think, but yeah. Generally, the condition for backing up on first point on this map is when you have your medic popped. Oh, hold on, someone wants to watch this real quick.
Yeah, it's me, I want to see a POV. And I can't really join the server.
Generally, the backup condition on this map is if they're pushing forward and have popped your medic, or you've lost your medic, or if you've lost the sentry. As soon as your sentry go down, and their team is pushing forward, you gotta get the NG out of there and your combo out of there so you can set up on second. It's really important to stay alive once you decide to back out. And backing out is one of the most crucial parts of this map, because backing out will determine how much time you have to set up for the next point. And if you back up at the wrong time, then you're just going to have them shooting at your back. So deciding when to back out is really important. When you're holding second, generally there's kind of two phases for holding it. The first phase is when you have your combo up on this hill area to kind of prevent them from pushing over the hill and taking control of this area, this top hill area. So you kind of have your demo here. Your heavy can stand up on this balcony and be spamming. Your sniper can actually also be up here with him or back on that based on what he wants to do. Your medic and pyro will be standing around here. The thing you have to be careful about is they will push hard up on this hill, and once you start, you know, you have to be careful not to lose players or something. You're just trying to stall to prevent them from getting this area. And if your pyro is not with your NG, you got to watch out for that spy on the NG. So that's kind of the first, kind of like the general first phase of this point. For the flank, while this phase is going on, they'll generally be in this tunnel here, watching the cart. At least this is what my team does, DRS. We have the soldier and scout kind of in this tunnel watching the cart, preventing them from pushing it up further, with the soldier on top, and I generally stay down here because it's easier for me to engage people then. So you can really put a lot of time off the cart when you have your soldier and scout in this tunnel. So that's kind of the first phase at this point. The second phase is when they've pushed you back and they've taken over the top of the hill. This is a lot harder to hold second with, because once they've taken over that top area, let me move real quick. Once the enemy team has taken over this area, they have free range to start peeking and spamming the sentry and stuff, you know, peeking out and making sure they kind of take over this ground, give their sniper room to work a pick and things like that. Like the demo can just peek in here, start shooting things, same with the soldier. And you have to be careful for that. Basically, you got to do your best to push them back as much as possible with your combo without dying. Generally, medic will kind of be right here. You know, you got to be careful of the window. Pyro be watching that. Watch for spy. It's much harder for the flank to be protecting the cart in the tunnel at this point. So I'd recommend the scout kind of protecting the combo and watching for spy, and the soldier can do his roaming duties and try and go for important picks if he can. Also, sniper, when you're here, you have to be really careful because you'll either be sniping from here, generally, or from the tracks and things, and you can get picked by a spy or something really easily if you're not careful. For this point, generally teams back up when blue team jumps in and pops the Uber, and they like lose their sentry or lose their medic or have popped their own Uber as well. So once you lose the sentry, then it's basically time to move back to the next point, and you can kind of just go through here. There is a condition that you hold second point, blue team uses their Uber, that you can actually push back up to this hill. If you're defending, they push in, they use the Uber and they basically wipe, and you still have your medic up and your gun alive, then you can switch back to the first wave of holding second and put your team up here again on the hill. And that buys you a lot more time again. Keep an eye on the cart because a lot of times teams just kind of don't pay attention to the cart, and like a scout or something inches it up to the point and caps it while no one's paying attention. So keep an eye on the cart. Alright, moving on to third point. Third point is also kind of a two-phase shift for my team. Generally, the demo man starts up really close to here so you can spam it and keep out the team. The heavy will be up on this little balcony right here, you know, helping the demo man out, preventing people from coming. The sniper has more range here to like go for a pick or like be watching and stuff. And the scout will be with the combo, just keep keeping an eye on things. For this point, there are two sentry spots that I've seen right here and then back here somewhere. Personally, I don't agree with this spot. I've never really...
Agreed.
Yeah, to me it just never seems to work out very well, so I would not recommend that spot.
May I add some opinion of that?
Yeah, add it real quick.
That position, that front position is way too undefended. If something goes wrong and like your demo and heavy both die, that sentry's gonna die. They're just going to quickly jump the heavy in the down on the corner, and that sentry's going to be dead. Even if you wrangle it and tank it up, it's going to die inevitably.
Yeah, so
I prefer the second as well. Just because of the proximity to that middle. Honestly, it's it.
The only problem with the sentry on this point, really quick to point out, is that it actually does not cover the cart really well.
Right.
So you have to rely on your team to basically stop the cart if they're pushing it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I mean, you can wrangle a little bit, but...
By the way, a good dispenser spot is right here, because it stops spies and shit from just coming right through there.
Just saying, this is my least favorite point to defend between all competitive maps.
This is a hard point to defend.
This is just my least favorite map in general, but this is my least favorite point.
For this point, it's really important for somebody to always be watching the shack, because a lot of times the soldier will peek, boom, rocket, kill the medic, and then back out. And then your entire hold is just... You can't do anything then because your medic's down. They'll push in with heals or something. So scout and soldier generally have the job of watching this shack, making sure people don't get behind. Something else to consider is that people can jump back here and then start attacking your NG from behind. I've done it as scout before. I've either jumped up here, you know. Oh, I did the jump wrong. But anyway, I've jumped up there or gone under and then got behind the NG and killed him while he's wrangling. So you have to keep an eye out for that. For the second phase of holding this point, it's when you start losing this area and need to back up. The demo will generally be in this area, holding here. Pyro will be kind of in between the NG and the demo. Sniper's just kind of wherever doing a sniper thing. A good spot for the heavy is just sitting right here. This is you, baby. Right here. Because you can just basically stop anybody from coming through here. You're like, no. This is my space. This is mine. So you just kind of stop people from coming here, you know. Back up if you need to. You got your little pack buddy. You got the medic right there, you know, wandering around that can heal you. This is just a good spot. People can't really take your heavy.
Alright.
This is the heavy's domain. He kind of sits here and is a fat ass and prevents anyone from coming through. And then...
Bear's shack.
Yeah. So an important thing for the scout to be doing on this point, and this is difficult, I know, and Mustard yells at me a lot, but he kind of works with the demo to get picks and kind of keep him protected because soldiers will try and bomb him or like something will go at him, scout or something. So it's your job to kind of keep the demo safe and dodge damage and stay alive and do a lot of things. And that's third point. Okay, moving back. By the way, Spy, I know I'm not talking a lot about you, but that's because generally the Spy does his own thing on defense, just kind of goes for picks. You can kind of coordinate with your team if you want to, but that's your prerogative. So generally this point is lost basically when either they cap, the sentry goes down, or you lose your medic. And once that happens, you kind of just want to back up and start holding up on last. So last is one of the most diverse points you can have for holds. I'm going to tell you guys what our team does until we get pushed out of it. Again, like phase 1, phase 2 type thing. Generally, we have our entire combo, Pyro, Heavy, Medic, Demo, up over in that area, holding up top. I'll kind of show you the positions real quick. The Heavy sits here and watches the stairs. The Demo can advance and watch this room really quick. The Medic stays here, and the Pyro's with the Medic and Heavy, and also helps out the Demo. And the combo just sits here, does not let anybody come from this direction, does not let anybody come from this direction, and completely shuts it down. What this does is you take control of this entire upper area, this lower area, and you can peek this stairs and the main point to prevent people from pushing into last. It's a really good spot, it's a really good hold. Not to mention, while the combo's holding that area, generally the NG and Sniper will be working from this side, so you have a virtual lock on every entrance into last when you're doing this hold. So again, the combo's here, NG's over here, Sniper's just kind of sniping from where he feels comfortable. The Scout and Soldier can roam around. I generally stay in this area to make sure that spies don't get up on our sentry. I can help the NG if I need to, I can help our Soldier, and I can help our combo if they need help with anything. I can just roam around. That's what Scout does in the last. And the Soldier can kind of, you know, do what he wants, roam around a little bit, work underneath. See, kind of same as Scout, just a bit slower. The Soldier's really good underneath on this point because of the rockets and the small corridor, so he can just kind of peek, try and kill things, and go back for health if he needs it. Phase 2 basically is when you've lost this area and you can't get back up there. Generally, the combo will hold in this area. Demo, Heavy, Medic, Pyro. The Scout roams yet again. The Sentry's kind of in the same spot because this kind of is a really good Sentry spot. If that's not working, then you can try and move it. Real quick for the NG, don't be afraid to go minis on this point if you've lost your sentry and you know you can't rebuild it. Minis are great, especially with the Wrangler on last, because you can just sit there and do a butt ton of damage to anybody.
May I ask you something?
Sure, what's up?
What I like to do on this last point is I build upstairs near the D sign. What's your opinion on that?
Where is this?
Like normally, see the D sign? I normally build up by the crates, and me and the Sniper just stay there, yeah.
With the combo holding there, I don't agree with it, because then that kind of leaves this entire area for people to just kind of work around.
Oh,
I don't agree with that spot, because...
I call it the Frank West spot, because he always used it when he was in silver.
The thing is, think of it this way, if you're here, and you get cut, like, what if the combo dies? Suddenly you're cut off, you're not close to spawn, you can't back up. Like, stuff will just push in and kill you. Even though you have your sentry there, and that's a great sniper spot, that's something you gotta work out with your team. I recommend the NG going here. The sniper there, if the combo's there, seems fine to me, but you gotta keep an eye out for spies and stuff. But the sentry should almost always be in your spawn, because you can get resupplied really quickly, and it's much easier to build a sentry then. That spot isn't...
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's about Scout. I thought you were done. It's about Scout, so I'll let you finish up.
This spot actually is not good because it's direct hit. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, the direct.
Just constant spam. And keep this in mind, you can also, the sniper can also see you, so like it's really easy to just peek you. When you're there as NG, you just hide behind that door and rescue ranger that sentry, and you can look through the window to like use the Wrangler and stuff. So that's not nearly as good of a spot. Okay, Scout question.
Right. Okay, so it's actually not a question, it's just kind of a thing. So above you right now, you know, the window?
Yeah.
If you have Atomizer, you can actually jump from that window to the balcony.
Which balcony? That one?
The one to the side, to the right.
Okay, yeah.
You can jump to that one, and I've actually caught some NGs, like, if the gun is down,
yeah.
you can jump the NG pretty well.
Oh yeah, you don't even need the Atomizer.
I just used
I messed it up.
Nice.
I got rid of mine.
Well played, Link.
Wow, guys, that's a great jump.
Flat Scout.
I'm showing you guys the best things.
That's why I have the Atomizer, because I kind of can mess up that.
Yeah, see, that's it. So you just do it right there. Yeah, that's fine. Having the Atomizer is fine. But yeah, see, you just get in here. Something real quick to change to offense real quick. Yeah, go ahead.
I believe one trick was the NG for the team we just faced. Not sure. Just saying, that balcony position, as an engineer, I personally hate building right there next to those crates.
Yeah, that's actually not the best spot, because... So, okay, real quick, another thing, when you build there, when their Uber pushes in, it is really hard for the Demo and other classes to spam that thing. When it's right here, you just bloop, 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 bloop.
Can I say something about...
It didn't have much of an effect because my game crashed, but okay.
I usually call that pub spot right by the crates.
Yeah, that is.
If there's a soldier or a demo right below,
like right here,
they can easily spam up. That's what I would do a lot, and I would get one trick in the sentry.
Yeah. Alright,
may I quickly say something kind of like relevant to that? My team has something that we refer to as rabid momentum. It's in reference to our heavy last season, who sort of like kind of shaped how we ended up doing everything. And he would always hold down there below the pub spot.
Yeah.
And they would always be like, put your sentry there, put your sentry there. And I would put my sentry there, and they would be like, oh, it's fine, we're down here, the demo's not gonna get it. And then the demo would just walk up, like, right past them, and they wouldn't notice, and he'd take down my sentry, and then I would be sad.
Yeah.
And that kind of contributes to my hatred of this map.
One last quick thing, this is for Heavy on last point. This spot is godlike.
Oh! What spot? Show me, I was drawing.
Right here, this spot. Oh my, it's so fucking annoying to fight a Heavy when he's right here, because the sniper cannot see you. You shit on everything that goes underneath. And when the car pushes up here, you kill everything. It's where you sit. The only thing you have to worry about.
Back there real quick.
Yeah, right
if
here.
If you go into free camera and people who are watching, you can actually see all the different angles, and you can't see him from 90% of the angles.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The only thing you really have to worry about. Did you guys not know about this?
No, I knew about it.
This is the Heavy spot. On last, it is so fucking irritating to fight that. Oh my lord. Because like,
I really wish Appleshine were right here so we could show him.
Just show him next time you see him. This is the Heavy spot. This like with that place I showed you earlier on 3rd point. That is your spot, Heavy. You will just
Fire Shaker did that one.
Poop on people. All right.
Oh my
Switching to offense. Yeah, I'm glad I showed that to you guys. That is the spot for Heavy on that map.
Thanks for showing the Heavy.
When you're not holding up top, that is where the Heavy lives. He just sits there. He lives there. He lives. He breathes. He dies. Yeah.
No, he doesn't die.
Yeah.
If your Heavy dies, you have problems.
He
All
lives,
right.
He breathes. He
obliterates.
feasts on the blood of his enemies.
Okay, offense for
money.
upward.
Right.
Alright, so...
You might want to tell people the call-out names for stuff, because like half of them are new.
Oh yeah, I'll do that in a second.
Want to do that at
the thing is, it really depends
even
on
I don't know some of the names.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that at the end.
Upward in a long time.
I'll do it after
like
the
map
too.
I'll do it after. So, I don't actually know all the names myself, so...
If any of you guys find a name that you don't remember a name or something, just come up as a team saying something memorable. Like,
a lot of teams just come up with stuff.
Make their own.
So okay, so
like,
we're gonna
go over. There's a couple ones that are standard,
okay.
like, oh hey, he's on stairs.
Yeah, and in the PF2 tournament for the 2nd week, I called that where that sniper spot is.
Hey, we call this cart.
I call that shit shack.
We call this shit shack. We call this cart. We call this rocks. There you go, boys. Easy. Okay. Anyway, pushing.
There you go.
Generally, for first point on Badwater, the team will do 1 round of suicides and they'll try to coordinate a sap onto the sentry to try and get an early pop and/or kill the sentry / NG. And if you do that, then you have full right for the team to be aggressive. For the suicide, basically the scout and the NG, or just 2 of the classes that can't really suicide, like Heavy or whatever, can just sit there, push the cart, be sad, be lonely, have no much fun. While the rest of the team, the cool kids, get to go suicide themselves and try and kill something. Demo and Soldier can bomb it at the same time, try and go for it. Well, and Spy, it's really cool if you can coordinate a sap with the sentry while they bomb in, because then the sentry's not shooting them in midair with aimbot. And basically, first point is you pushing the card up as far as you possibly can and trying to get a force or killing the sentry, and then your medic can come out and oh, I made a mistake there. So basically, you're trying to get a sniper pick, an NG pick, or a med pick. Okay. Your med is really unsafe on first point when you're pushing until the sniper is dead. Once the sniper is dead, the medic should feel free to come out as long as you guys protect him from like a spy or a soldier or something, which is pretty easy. So once the sniper's dead, the med can come out. He's free reign. You want to basically want to take as much area as you can, force them to pop and kill the sentry, and take as much ground while the cart's being pushed up. A great spot for soldier is to come up onto this balcony and try and shoot things. Flank should be working aside, maybe NG here when you can't push the cart. You know, you can kind of poke around. Combo stays together. Good spot for Heavy is around this area. You know, you can kind of watch everything. You just got to keep an eye out for the sniper. A really important thing for your team, always call out where the sniper is, because that really helps out your sniper. I cannot tell you how many times, like, we forget to call the sniper. We're like, oh, I got killed by the sniper, and then our sniper's frustrated because we didn't say where he was, and then he just keeps killing people because our sniper can't counter snipe. So just be friendly to your sniper, call out the enemy sniper, and yeah. So first push, just get them to pop, kill the sentry, force them to back up, then you can take over the point and push forward. For pushing the tunnel, generally it's yet again Scout and Ninja get the fun joy of pushing the cart, while the rest of the team, Soldier, you can go in tunnel too, try and go around, maybe get a flank on, but the rest of the team gets to push up on top of the hill and start taking ground up here.
Linky, real quick.
Yeah.
Before you get going, I was wondering this because when we were playing, if the NG dies somewhere in the push on first, is it better to have just ×2 on the cart through the tunnel until he respawns, or send another class down?
Always, as much as possible, have ×3. It is way more important to be cart at ×3 than it is for
what I thought, but
that NG or Scout to be up there getting aggressive.
So if Scout and or NG is down, what's the next priority for classes?
Just have someone that roams around that's not in the combo. Probably Soldier. Just pop in for a second, then leave. You know, it's not that difficult. Just whoever happens to be by the cart can just pop by really quick and push it. You know, I mean, it's just kind of a team thing. Like, if you're down, like Scout, oh, I can't push the cart, just call it out, and, you know, one of your teammates will go do it. I would not recommend the demo, or the medic, or the pyro, or the heavy doing that generally, because it's really important for them to stay together to keep this ground to themselves. But
yeah, I was pushing the cart halfway through the tunnel last time, and my team got backstabbed, and it was sad.
Yeah, so just you can send people, but don't send the really necessary people to keep the combo together. So once you push up and take this hill, this is where you have a lot of free range on this point to start being really aggressive. Your flank can work around the side there if you can't push the cart any farther. Sniper can work around the rocks and stuff, kind of push forward a little bit. One thing for your combo and pushing into the sentry and everything, it's really important for you to uber 2 or 3 people into it, because then you'll get a guaranteed kill on the sentry with how much damage you're doing, and it'll scatter their team a little bit. So a really good spot for heavy is right here, especially if you stay out of the sentry's line. You can kind of stay here, spam a little bit, stay a bit out of the uber. You don't really need to be in the uber heavy, because you can stay right here and even drop down a little bit and help out as much as possible. Demo and Pyro is really good, or Demo and Scout, because you just literally pop out this window, insta-gib the sentry, kill the NG if they don't uber him, and if you can kill the NG before the medic even pops in the other team, then you've basically won this point. So basically, if you kill the NG in the sentry, just fight the uber, stay alive as much as possible, and just pressure their team out. Because a lot of teams will make the mistake of clumping up in this area right here, which is bad. And if they're clumped up here, the demo just shoots one pipe and hits everyone for like 100, and then their team will start backing out even though they have uber or they've popped. Especially if they lose that energy, because once the sentry goes down, everyone loses their confidence and runs away. So that's kind of how you push second.
I'm going to say also, something I know for you guys is you need to push together more.
Yeah,
like
when I was
one person at a time.
When I was watching that, you guys would uber in just one person. That's fine on some maps and in some scenarios, but on payload, you're not gonna be able to take down the sentry. Like Mustard on my team is like, he loves me in the ubers. He's like, Link, come with me. I'm like, okay, because of one reason, the stupid freaking pyro. He'll just sit here, reflect. He'll check his watch, and then he'll reflect again, and then he'll just walk away. So what the scout does is he just comes in, meat shot, dead pyro, then he can kill the NG.
And if you're going to use your, if you're going to use your spy to sap the sentry, try to do it when you're about to push.
If you guys can coordinate that, that was great. You guys did that. I saw.
You did that once, and it was amazing.
Squeeze Squad, you did that. It was beautiful. I almost cried some tears of joy. The spy came up, sapped the sentry. The pyro and scout both just ran in, killed the sentry. I think they even killed the NG. And then
you killed me instantly. I couldn't destroy
the only bad thing, which I don't understand what happened, but after you did that, the rest of your team died. I don't know exactly what happened, but somehow the rest of your team died. They just respawned and put everything back
I think the biggest
that was really beautiful play though.
That was Dingle's spam that killed most of us.
Yeah, just
oh
don't
yeah,
let
my
the demo.
600 pill spam.
The reason I died, which is actually something which really impressed me out of you guys, like when you ran in and you like Ubered in there, I was trying to heal my sentry, the rescue ranger, but you were body blocking my shots, so I was doing damage instead of healing the gun.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna say
that really impressed me.
Who's your guys' spy again?
Me.
Not to sidetrack the whole conversation we're going over, but once I notice you're behind us, your job is not, you don't do anything at all, because I just say, okay, just kind of, he's going to come from behind us now.
If they notice you're behind them as spy, just basically try and harass them as much as possible and make people come look for you, because it irritates everyone and puts paranoia in their face.
Spy is actually going to be Hank Scalloos, just like us.
Yeah. By the way, I'm just saying, just in general, guys, just don't. If you're going to do that thing, have your spy get the one good sap off and then push off of that. Don't
Real quick for the soldier
on
pushing team on blue, if you sit here and spam the sentry and just shoot rockets that direction, it can be really helpful, especially if their pyro's not paying attention. You can get a lot of damage done.
If I can make a point, I think what we need is a main caller. That's part of why we didn't have anyone calling, and apparently I was nominated, but as an NG I don't want to do that. So
yeah, that's a bad idea.
I've been the main main caller for my team on several occasions, and as the engineer, it is a really bad idea.
So,
I've gotten better
something
at
for
doing
teams to develop is having a main caller. Generally, it's someone that's in their combo, or someone that's going to be in a lot of the action. So, like, Demo is a good choice, maybe Heavy, sometimes Scout. Depends on the team. But something I've learned is that if your team will listen to calls and all push, and even if they all die or like they mess up a lot, it's always better than people being passive and not doing anything. Even if being aggressive is always better than being passive in TF2, because that's how you're gonna win. If you're sitting around just waiting, you're not gonna win. And Mustard has smashed this into my team's faces constantly. You have to be aggressive, and you have to be aggressive together. Otherwise, nothing will happen.
Can I be cliche for a second here? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Exactly, something like that. Basically.
If you stand back and chill by the nice safe tunnel by your cart where you get infinite ammo, you're
that
not gonna
doesn't
do
mean
anything.
be reckless, like going and just die. Like Mustard was getting angry at us. He's like, be aggressive, and he's like, no, don't be aggressive alone. Be aggressive as a team. And this is especially true for King of the Hill maps. If you go aggressive as a team, it will overwhelm the other team, because being coordinated will just completely, especially if you're all aggressive, will just plow through teams. So it's
Demo's a demo, but a demo of a medic, the heavy, and pyro.
I actually have to go now. So
can I just say something really quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I forget.
Our demo's
DJ
gonna be
Neon Light.
DJ Neon Lights, but he wasn't here today either.
I'm going to say for one thing. You always, before we can move on or something, you always remember the times when you have that one person just go huge and kill the team. But that doesn't happen all the time, and it's only used as like last resort, everyone else is dead kind of thing. So don't rely on YOLO to win you games, but if they do, just kind of say that was awesome. And
I do remember a point where we really overwhelmed.
I blame reliance on YOLO on the creation of rapid momentum.
Yes.
Alright. So that's kind of second point. Once you cap when they've backed out, then you can start moving up again to third.
Any other questions ever said before we move on?
I do remember there was a point there where we overwhelmed second point, and you guys did come out all at once while I had sticky traps all over the door.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Look for stickies.
So, real quick, if they destroy your defenses on second and they haven't capped the point yet, but they're close, don't come out this door. Wait for the respawn back to last, because generally something will be waiting here to just kill you.
Yeah, that's what.
That's how I got your medic.
That's what Spec was saying, and someone ran out the door.
Sometimes you'll have a player. Sometimes you'll have a
No, it was. It wasn't medic. The medic got bumped out by a stick.
It was me. I just respawned and I got thrown out.
Real quick, guys, keep in mind people can actually see you in here from this grate. Like, they know if you're in there, so don't try and do anything silly or try and run away, because like they'll be like, we're pushing the cart. Oh, hey, look, a soldier. Hey guys, put a sticky trap there, and they'll walk out. Oh, there he goes. So yeah.
Just assume you're gonna get spawn camped as soon as they take second.
Yeah. Alright, so for pushing third, this one's really irritating to push, but not too difficult compared to last. Generally the combo will be working here, flank will be here, and soldier, you can do a really good thing by going underneath this little area right here, coming up to the shack and spamming, or just kind of, being annoying as fuck, just kind of doing things right from here in like this area. Pushing this pushing the cart up to this point is really crucial, because once you start getting it past this point, it's much easier to push it, because you can just hide behind the cart from all the spam and sniper and everything. The way to push this point is basically to have your combo muscle its way up into here and start taking this area, this little balcony right here, and this ground. Because once you have this ground, they're pushed back. The defensive team is pushed back behind this corner, and they start losing. They start being able to push you back here, and all they have really is that door to watch and like in front of them. I need more pistol ammo. So once you take this area, basically your goal is to make them pop and just keep them back so you can push the cart all the way up. This one's less about killing the sentry and the combo and more about keeping them back far enough to get the cart pushed up all the way. Heavy, again, on the offensive heavy, getting in here is really good. Same with the combo on your team. Getting in here, pushing through here, and taking control of this area is really good, because once you take over this area, they have nothing left but this little sliver of area, and generally teams will back up after that. And the reason they back up is because once you're in here, you have the threat of just pushing your combo, herper all the way around here, and suddenly they're wedged in between players and then your team. And the NG's really, I gotta think of the word.
Exposed.
Exposed, thank you.
Sad.
Yeah,
like
vulnerable.
Sad.
The NG is really sad, vulnerable, exposed, those types of things right there, all by himself, especially if he's wrangling. So, blue team is basically your job to basically demo. It's really good if you sit here and spam on offense and push him back, work your way up. Heavy, you can follow up behind, kind of take over shack area there. Pyro, stay with the demo, reflect things. One thing you do have to be careful of is you can't get too far ahead if the sentry's still alive, because if you're here and the sentry's shooting you and you have the demo shooting you, you're going to die real quick. So just stay at a respectable range, push them back as much as possible, take as much area as possible, and just muscle your way into this point.
And pay attention at all times, because this is also the point where you're close to being blasted off the cliff by
don't let the pyro just walk forward and blast you off, because that sucks. Okay.
Yeah, pay attention at all times.
Pushing last. That always sucks and will destroy dreams. So, pushing last...
Heavy spot.
Heavy spot. One of the best ways to push this map... the first way is to go up this way and take that way up top, but I disagree with that because of the sniper line and that's really exposed. So generally I don't agree with the team pushing through there, and Mustard agrees with that. Generally, your combo, so that means heavy, pyro, heavy, pyro, demo, and scout a lot on this push is really important. They'll just come up here, take this area, start muscling their way in, and then they'll push into their combo. And the whole goal of this is a war of attrition on both team sides, and blue team always has the advantage because of spawns. So the basic goal is, if they're holding here first, is to push them out of here and take this area. Because once you have this area, you have a lot more room to work around with your team. You can move here, you can aim more, you got a lot more space. Watch out for the sniper though, but you have a lot more room once you take over upper. Yeah?
That little alley where, over by where you get right there, can the sentry see you from over here, or is that too far? It seems like an iffy spot.
If the sentry came to the end, you can.
I don't fully remember that. I think it does. Can somebody go red?
I'm pretty sure it does.
Oh, let me do it real quick. Yeah, go red real quick and just put a mini there.
Where it won't. It looks like that range where it won't, but it can also, so it's just kind of hard to judge that.
Guys. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know the sentry when it's there will reach here, but I'm not sure if it's there. And that's why this hold is so important for having when you're on defense. The hold is so important for your combo up here, because I don't think that can quite reach all the way to the windows. It can reach this window for sure, but these two I don't think it can. So
I'm gonna go on blue to see the range, or are you just gonna?
Hey, Ski.
That's what the Wrangler's for.
What?
Remember Borneo?
Yeah.
We're facing the team that we're facing on Borneo, that we faced on Borneo week 1.
Interesting.
Which is also the team that UNH faced week 1.
Cyber, you're a mini sentry.
So the biggest point about this map is basically constantly pushing pressure on the defense team, pushing him back, taking room, being aggressive, and basically 2 big picks on this on defense. When you're on offense, the demo and the NG are 2 humongous picks on last point. Those are the 2 you should be focusing on. Sniper's a pretty good pick too. And once you start getting picks and you've moved in, basically it's your combo's job to move up to this area, either this side or this side, watching spawn and up top and keeping them out, and while the rest of your team pushes the cart and helps you out. One thing you do have to be careful of when you're pushing up top onto last is if you're up here like your team is and you have other people on the cart, then they could send someone underneath, and you got to be careful about that. So have your pyro like watching your butts, spies and all that. And if you're here, like, well, if your combo makes it all the way here, you do have to watch out from under still, but you shouldn't have to watch out from this direction, because you're heavy, you can just watch it, and then you got the cart people, so people can't just, from defense, just walk here and, you know, climb up behind you. So once you take over this area, it's really golden. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to comment something on Scout real quick. If their combo is not here, Scout, and they're over there, a Scout can easily bonk in through here, and I've done this many times against Plat NGs. It really makes them upset. Just boom, boom, double meat shot while he's wrangling. I've gotten so many NG picks with that play, with bonk, it's ridiculous.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask about the effectiveness of bonk.
The bonk is good on last point. It's really good. But if your team wants you to be doing something with them, don't be bonking around. Work with them. But if you have some free time to try and do something and you can't push the cart, just bonk behind and try and kill an NG or something. Like a sniper will be here a lot too. I've gotten both the NG and sniper before, just coming back up here and killing them.
Yeah, because one thing actually, this was in the 8's team versus my team on Badwater. I actually made Lucas Sentry kill himself on second.
For last point, when you have your sentry there, always put your dispenser here. It's like Badwater. Hey, NG. Luca. Hello?
Yeah. Yeah.
Grab your dispenser. I'm going to show you the dispenser spot when your sentry's there.
This is mostly just so I can upgrade the sentry quickly.
Right here. This is like Badwater right here. It stops the spies.
Yeah,
so keep that in mind. Spies can't jump over this. They get completely screwed. And then they have to... So you basically always know when the spy's coming, because they'll sap your dispenser. I don't like pushing from under with the combo, because that's difficult. Because the sentry's watching it and they can spam easily. So I wouldn't recommend that. Does anybody have any questions?
Link, I actually can get over it.
Link, I missed it earlier when we were doing a defense. Where does Pyro go on the second half of your guys' defense? Just with the combo still?
Just always stay with the demo and med on this map. That's basically where you're always going to be living.
That's what I thought.
Sometimes you can roam around a bit and help out your flank or underneath and stuff, but generally you're going to be with the combo. That's like your home.
No, that's usually where I
sit. On the middle of the stairs, not like on the top.
No,
you put it in the middle.
No, I'm putting it there. Move out of the way. You're blocking it. If I put it in the middle of the stairs.
No, I mean middle of the stairs.
The spy cannot actually get up. Oh wait.
I cannot put it on the middle of the stairs.
Oh, you do it.
You cannot place it. No, you cannot.
No, you can. Yes, you can.
You cannot.
Yes, you can place this.
No, you can't.
Move sniper.
You cannot place it on the stairs themselves.
Yes, you can. You can do it in a way that stops the spy from going up top. My team has done it before. I forgot how to. I don't know the exact placement. You have to actually have plat NG or something. Just someone. It is possible. Don't doubt it. It is possible. But that's basically the map review, guys. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask at this point. Oh, names and things.
Okay, I figured it out.
But yeah, go questions first. Questions first.
Okay, first question. Can the sentries that were on that mid at last, can they reach the window? I didn't see.
Oh no, they can't reach you.
You have to wrangle that, but you don't have to worry about that because you have wranglers, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
So the answer is the sentry can't see you, but the engineer can.
Exactly.
And sniper.
Oh, real quick.
I remember what the sentry
One more thing for the NG. One more thing for the NG if he's there. Be really careful if you're wrangling and a soldier just suddenly pop. Like a soldier can jump from there all the way up to those boxes real quick without getting hit by the sentry, and then just come and spam you from like that side. So be careful about soldier if you're wrangling, because he can jump in and start killing you if he's smart.
Is the Wrangler an instrument?
No. So I'm gonna go now.
It's the Wrangler an instrument.
Any more questions for any of the points?
No.
How do I be the sweatiest tryhard pregame?
You make sure to kill a lot of people.
No, what you do is you do what I did. Early in my comp career, I got a strange fire axe and named it pregame kills. And whenever the pregame starts, I get it out and just press M1 and just try to kill things with it. Have fun pregame. Pregame doesn't matter. Let your stress out.
The pregame match is the most important.
I got 154 kills on my pregame kills fire axe.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I'm really bad with names on maps. I just call shit randomly when I play. So, but I do have a general idea. Like that shack. I think we just called this pill.
Your phone ring.
You can remember if you guys need to make up your names, you're allowed to on a map this big. You can reuse names.
Like this is upper. I mean, that's balcony. That's like upper spawn. That's lower spawn. This is like underneath. I mean, that's pit obviously. This is called like this. I think I call this. I don't know what I call this. I call this. I think we call this shit or something. I don't know. Stairs something. So yeah, this is just upper.
Upstairs, downstairs.
Upper.
Yeah, it's not too difficult. And you can just figure it out with your team. Like it's based on the team. Like every team I've had has called things differently. So
now,
just.
Jag versus Southern Hospitality. What do you think? Would be better?
I don't like the Southern Hospitality, and I don't really like the Jag. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. Just do whatever you like, I guess.
That's your one trick.
I got a question.
Link user in a nutshell. I do whatever I guess.
It's really a preference with engineer.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Alright.
What's the best pyro loadout for?
Degreaser, whatever secondary you prefer, and then. Oh yeah,
even if you're having some lag issues, even if you're having lag issues, using the back burner is still
if you have a lot of ping, then go shotgun. If you don't, go flare. If you're good with it. That's what I'd recommend. I like the flare.
I was talking about he was using the
Power Jack's the best one because you move faster. Degreaser is really good because of the switch. Back burner isn't really used too much, ever.
Yeah,
I've only seen one plat pyro use it successfully, and it's situational.
If you can't do the combo, aren't you really kind of better off with the stock though, because you don't need the
Yeah, that's fine. It's up to you, like, whatever you feel most comfortable with.
The lower levels, like, stock can work, but as you go up, you gotta move to degreaser.
Something people don't do a lot in Highlander and the top levels is experiment with different weapons. I try to do that all the time. Like, I figured out a way to jump all the way behind people on first and get behind and start spawn camping with the scout without getting hit by the sentry. So, like, just experiment yourself. See what you like, see what you can figure out.
Backscatter, is that banned?
I don't know why it's banned. It's a piece of shit.
Is it banned? I don't think it is. Don't pull up the whitelist.
I'm pretty sure it's banned.
Pretty bad.
I remember Luca and I were talking about it before the match began, or the scrim began.
It's a decent side grade. It's not terrible, but it's not like the best. The accuracy really hurts. It makes it hard to hit me shots.
I still prefer stock scatter.
You basically play as like half spy. With
if you have the, by the way, guys, if you have the atomizer and the soda popper and bonk, on first point you can just whoop -a -doop -a -doop, jump from here all the way to the balcony with the health pack down over here, and just sit behind the enemy team. One time, this was in a scrim, but I got behind, waited for them to be done. Like I killed the teleporter, then I waited for the team to be pushing back from first to second. I came here, killed the Inchi, and killed the med, and like killed a pyro, and then I died. So like just figuring things out, being creative. That's all what it's all about. Finding new things.
Hey, Link.
What's up?
Their enemy teleporter on first. What is your opinion on that?
Where to put teleporter?
Or anything. If you have anything to say about that.
Always build a teleporter. Teleporter should go there. That's a good spot.
Right there.
Okay,
dispensers.
Actually, on relation.
Because usually I see dispenser there, and I see teleporter on right behind the cliff rock.
Yeah,
that's Lucas.
It's up to you. Like I don't care. Like
always check there just to make sure, because that's one thing our team did, and our medic got dropped because of that.
That teleporter was actually really scary. I took it at the spy and nearly walked off the cliff because I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, just kind of whatever you guys think is best.
Yeah, like I don't think we should do that, but like always check there just in case the enemy team is doing it.
Okay. Oh hey, that's not very nice, Snareth. Any more questions for the board?
Is the shotgun an instrument?
Yes. Okay, so real quick, something about this. I don't want you guys to take everything I say for absolute truth. Things will change with basically with what team you're playing on, your play style and everything. Mustard Overlord plays really aggressive, and I like playing really aggressive, so I like everything he says. Some of your teams may play differently, being more passive and want to do some things differently. Just kind of work it out with your team, see what you like doing.
I will do the upward jump. Oh, Link, do you know any good jumpers, by the way?
You mean like soldiers, like actual jumpers?
Oh, jumpers or any that are like in flat.
No.
They're pretty good at jumping.
I guess, I don't know, that every soldier in plat knows how to jump properly? I don't know.
Because we're trying to look for some good jumpers for the tip of the hats.
Yeah, I don't really know too many people.
JA is gonna be hosting it.
Oh, Dickleberg, you're gonna be part of the stream?
I might.
Alright, well I guess that's kind of everything I gotta say, and if you guys don't have more questions, then I guess I can say woohoo!
Yeah, no questions, but one thing, you have first pick on that next week since you're in the nearest bracket, so...
Okay.